when it's done right, I'll put it up against anything.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we fucked up.
Uh-oh.
We just caught this on fire.
Oh, shit.
Okay, guys, they're well done.
Let's go!
Hey, something's burning, something's burning, something's burning.
Permission to Party kicks up again in 2026. Huntsville, Alabama, January 15th. January 16th, Columbia, South Carolina. The 17th, Charlotte, North Carolina. And Augusta, Georgia, January 18th. Avoid scalpers and go to BertBertBert.com to get your lowest ticket price.
Fully Loaded at Sea is back. Bigger, boozier, and birdier. November 19th to 23rd, 2026, Miami to Cozumel on the Norwegian Jewel. Me, Whitney Cummings, Big J. Okerson, Miss Pat, Felipe Esparza, Joe DeRosa, Rosebud Baker, Catherine Blanford, Shane Torres, Dave Williamson, Ian Finance, Cypher Sounds, The Docksiders, and DJ Airwolf, and many more. Every day will be packed with live comedy shows, live podcasts, theme night, karaoke held by my wife every night at midnight, gambling, the tattoo parlor, and wild onboard events like the belly flop contest, the Speedo contest, smallest dick on the boat, beer run, and game night. Shirts are optional, hangovers are questionable, swinging is encouraged, but we are guaranteed to drink this boat dry. You're not going to want to miss it.
Book now at BertKreischerCruise.com.
And I'm gonna have you in the back one.
All right.
Oh, really?
In the corner.
Oh, really? He's on the
No. Put Brad on the back one.
Be on the back one. This will be just. We made a slight miscalculation.
Your hand?
I'm good, buddy. I've been climbing stools my whole life.
I've been breaking them.
Yeah, that's very true. One time I did a podcast with Jericho, and it was me, Jericho, and Big Show. He had me and Big Show on to talk about like growing up with the size differences and stuff. Turns out we have a lot in common. Like in terms of what is difficult.
Well, I use the little urinal.
I'll fucking fight you.
Well, I have to. I don't want.
Are we rolling?
I don't want my stuff touching the porcelain, so I need the one that's lower.
What's that?
He's
I
using
use the
my
small
urinal. This
the
guy.
normal urinal's too high. I got to rest my deal on it, so I use the little one so it's out of the way. I don't want my deal touching where everybody else is peeing.
Do you understand how mad I would be walking in? And like, I'm mad whenever this happens.
That's why I brought it up.
I go to a bathroom, and there's always one urinal that's way the fuck down there, and that's my goddamn urinal. It's reserved for me and 5-year-olds. And then this monstrosity.
Hey, motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's using it because he needs a dick shelf. And by the way, I heard Dick Shelf is playing Coachella next year. It's my urinal. It is like that. It's reserved for me and little kids. And then this guy comes in, and I love it. Every time I walk into a public bathroom and someone is using my urinal, I call it out like, "Oh, just your luck. You're using the midget urinal, and a midget showed up." And then some guys recognize me. They turn around like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, they're like, "This is the greatest moment." Also, I get sent photos of urinals in my DMs all the time. People are DMing me photos of urinals. I need to do more jokes about cocaine and tits. But it's just all my DMs are just photos of urinals. So yeah, God,
I literally do it, and part of it, like part of me, is because I've seen you talk about it. I was like, one day it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be using the little urinal, and you're gonna come in and be like, this motherfucker.
And I'm gonna pee on your leg. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna mark my territory and pee on your leg. This has to be the greatest size differential you've ever had on your show.
It is. I forget how big you are.
I do too sometimes.
I mean, it's got to be.
Until I stand up.
Yeah. I get it.
You ever get in the shower and just hit the mirror and go, what the fuck? Oh, God.
Totally.
Yeah, especially when the water's cold and I have 2 belly buttons. But we're off to a good start.
You look like me after I got the Captain America Super Soldier Serum. Like this is what would happen. My God.
But you got out of growth spurt.
Yeah, so I was normal-ish. Like I was a normal-sized baby and stuff like that, and I was normal-ish size until high school. And I had this crazy growth spurt. I started high school at like 5'8", and then I graduated 6'5" from 305 at 17.
So you're telling me I still have a shot?
There's still a chance. Quit drinking coffee.
Something might happen. Okay.
But
did you literally have growing pains?
Oh, like I had stretch marks on my knees. Like I have Osgood slaughter form on my knees where like they growed and the tendons would pull the bones out. So I have like these weird lumpy knees.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what's it like going from 5'8" to 6'5"?
When I started having to didn't know I needed to duck when I started walking through doors, because like doors are at 6'5" to 6'7" range. So that's why I blame this bald spot on the top of my head from all the door frames I walked into.
But literally, you turn into someone that not everyone knows. Because when you're big, you're also famous. Like that's the thing. We had this guy, Michael Hawk, in our school, and he was 6'7", and everyone knew him because he was 6'7". And it's an all-boys Catholic high school. We'd walk in the room, and everyone go, Hawk, Hawk. And we didn't know this, but we were giving him social anxiety, where he was like, all of a sudden, he goes, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be a person. But I'm 6'7", everyone knows who I am.
Yep.
And so did that happen to you?
I dealt with a lot of that. And then same thing, like, all right, I grew up in a small town. I graduated high school. There's like 400 kids in my high school. I'm the town mechanic to all of a sudden, a couple years later, I'm on television on WWE in front of 4 million people every week, and you talk about developing social anxiety. I had like panic attack meltdowns in public before with getting bombarded with people coming up and not knowing how to handle and all this other stuff. So there's still times when I get in crowds and like when people are starting to notice me and I start getting a little edgy and it's like, all right, you got to get me out of here before like something bad's gonna happen. That's why I don't have security to like protect me. I have security to like protect people from me.
Holy shit.
That's a badass sentence. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that is,
But
Rogan just has security.
not to protect.
I don't have a bunch of jujitsu bros though. I got a bunch of other big mongoloids, and so I try to blend in. I like have other like 6'5", a handful of giant people. It's like
You got people in those inflatable dinosaur costumes.
wacky inflatable.
I should do that. My security should all be other little people. So everyone knows, like, wait, which one's Brad?
It kind of, but the crazy thing is one of the reasons why, like there aren't a lot of big people. For some odd reason, we always get along. Sure. But that's one of the reasons why, like, I hang out with like a bunch of my friends are larger, because I don't get as much like, oh God, the elephant's in the room. Like, oh, there's a pack of elephants in here.
Yeah. Well, you and I had one of the few things we do have in common is that, like, someone who like Bert can throw on a shirt and a hat and glasses and no one recognizes him.
You'd be shocked. And it's my voice, because I'm loud as fuck.
Okay.
And so people go, I recognize your voice. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but like your average dude celebrity could just do something like that and like he's fine. You and I can't hide.
No.
There's no like, oh, I'll throw on a hoodie and then no one knows.
Well, even if that I could completely cover up, but they're like, oh, look at how this guy walks. That's definitely Adam. That's Braun. I've seen that limp before.
My God, dude. So when you have that growth spurt, so wrestling isn't something that when does that even get on your radar?
I didn't get into wrestling until I was almost 30. So like I grew up in North Carolina, where I mean there's a ton of professional wrestlers. There's great wrestlers that have come from Flair country, Hardy country, Cher country now. But yeah, I never knew how to get into it. I didn't know the indie scene or these schools and all this stuff. And we grew up without a lot, you know. So I went to work. I was working. I had a job at 12 years old, working at a mom and pop's restaurant, busting tables, washing dishes, then worked my way up to like the fry cook and things like that. And then went through high school. Dicked off in high school the first couple of years, didn't do my grades, so I ended up going to night school so I could graduate, which I'd lost all my NCAA eligibility, so I couldn't get in any colleges to play football. I got recruited by every big college because, 17 years old, I'm 6'5", 305, and running like a 5'1" at the time. And then I ended up doing the NFL Combine in 2007, but I didn't have any college experience, and that was the year that Jake Long won his #1 draft pick, and I outperformed him at the Combine. I was 322. I ran a 4.89 40 at a 31.5-inch vertical.
So fast.
I benched 225 38 times.
322. That is a That is a Mack truck coming.
Well, that's what I mean.
You.
You saw what I did in WWE
Yeah.
and the way I moved around that. And the entire time I wrestled in WWE, I had 15% atrophy in my left leg. So I ruptured my L5-S1 in 2015 before I ever debuted on TV.
Are you serious?
So I wrestled my entire career with atrophy and stuff like that. So that's why when I get he skipped leg day stuff, I get a little hot. Well, yeah, I didn't skip leg day. My fucking leg's paralyzed and it's 2 inches smaller than my right one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, this is so silly, but like I slept in my screening room with my daughters, and I woke up and I couldn't use my right leg, and it was like just a pinched nerve or something, and I was immobile for the weekend. You forget how important mobility is.
Oh God,
Your back goes out. It controls everything.
I ruptured that L5-S1 and it cut into my sciatic nerve. My whole left leg was gone. I got pushed through an airport. The girl I was dating at the time, absolute saint, got me through the airport. And then to Pittsburgh, to Dr. Maroon, I had emergency surgery at like 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Hour and a half after I came to, I stood up and walked in my recovery room, but I only got 85% of it back. So I always joked around with all these guys. You thought I was good at 85%. Imagine what I could have done at 100.
That is insane to me.
And how did that injury happen?
Some of it's transferred over when I was competing in World's Strongest Man because I had herniated a disc in that area, and then just getting wear and tear, like doing crazy stuff in developmental. Like I was at WWE for 7 days and I broke 2 ribs. So like my whole time, like learning how to do this, I was hurt almost the whole time. So I spent like 16 months in developmental with WWE, and 6 of them I was hurt with blown out back, broken ribs or something like that. And then I'd had 4 wrestling matches my entire career, and then they debuted me on Monday Night Raw.
And you've had 4 matches.
4 matches my entire life.
Oh, who was your opponent on Raw that night?
I just came out with the Wyatt family and dropped Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns the Monday night after SummerSlam. What was it, 2015?
How nice is it to be a part of a family like that? Like when you see this, because I see that and I always go, I would love to be in that. I bet there's a part of me that would be kind of like you want to be the guy, but at the same time, it's got to be nice.
It was so special, such a special time for me because I didn't know the difference between my hole in my ass and a headlock at the time, for one. So having 3 guys that were tenured in the business, 3rd generation wrestlers that Wyndham was and stuff like that, to take me under their wing and then show me the way. And then a lot of people don't know, I was sleeping on people's couches or in my car at the time when I started with WWE. I was pretty much homeless. I moved to Florida with everything I owned in a Kia Soul, $150 in my pocket in a fucking dream.
How did you sleep in a Kia Soul?
Like this.
I know.
I know. Brad heard Kia Soul. He goes, "Screw me."
Yeah, I could sleep in a Kia Soul. Throw me in the glove box, I'm fine. But I don't know how this sleeps in a Kia.
But yeah,
Soul.
so just
crazy.
and then it was lucky that because I worked in Florida at the time in 2012, I moved down there when I was competing in World's Strongest Man competitions. And ended up working at a strip club, go figure. But worked the door there and ended up just getting friends with the manager and one of the bartenders, and I actually moved into her spare room when I first moved back to Florida to start with WWE.
We're blowing through your life story.
I know.
Like, you got to slow down.
All right, sorry. Yeah.
We haven't even gotten to World's Strongest Man yet.
I even skipped over World's Strongest Man. Yeah.
Yeah. But my God.
I'm chewing one of these fancy nootropic gums that I saw Rogan talk about, and I'm like, I can see the noises coming out of your mouths and stuff right now. I might be a little over caffeinated, so reel me in if I need reeled in.
If you want, I can break out some alcohol and we can slow this down.
Well, I do have some that I wanted you to try as well because I'm branched out into my own alcohol. I have my own tequila out now. Here? Yes, I have some mini bottles.
You have mini bottles?
Nick,
where's
my handler?
You have mini bottles? I just call those bottles.
Like I have bottles for you.
Brad calls those 40s.
Yeah.
So I refer to my agent as my handler because I'm pretty much a large farm animal. He leads me around with a carrot on the end of a stick.
A large farm.
You're a giant show pony.
So wait. Okay, hold on. So college, high school football?
High school football.
Play high school football.
And then played semi-pro ball for the Hickory Hornets at the time. It was as semi-pro as Jackie Moon. It was even less semi-pro than that, but it was cool because it was an opportunity to do something. You know, a lot of people. Whoa,
look at these.
Oh, I'm really into this.
This is your tequila?
Oh yeah. All right, we're going to the. So this has been something that's been a real cool project for me. Got to meet Mike Winters, the main owner of this, and this was his brainchild. He was in medical field, pandemic screwed everything up like it did for so many people. He cashed out his 401ks, went into this, and I think really hit a home run. And then the backstory, and then with me liking organic tequilas, trying to do different things, I came across this and fell in love with it. It's 100% Blue Weber organic agave. Ileana Partida is our master distiller at cheapest Mexico. They reserve it to a reposado. We import it into Stuart, Florida to our warehouses. Then it goes into old whiskey barrels for 2 months to age. And then we take it out of that and we put it in barrels that age nitro brewed coffee for 3 months after that.
Yeah, that's interesting. This is my vodka.
No, I know you have a vodka.
We make it in Texas. I don't know any of that shit. I'm so bad.
You don't know how it's distilled.
We have these big investor meetings, and Tom will be like, just talk enough to get them to giggle and get the fuck away. And the guy, Tom brought me up to meet this billionaire. This is a big guy that we want to invest. Don't get caught up in the fucking in how we make any of that shit. Just get him to giggle. Make him, and then just walk away. That's all we want. So we go up. The guy goes, how good's your vodka? And I look at him and I go, buddy, I put my 10,000 hours in 2 things: drinking vodka and eating pussy. Let me introduce you to my wife. And Tom goes, not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
Well, my thing is, I don't know why I've always had this, I call it Rain Man brain, with weird things. When I am passionate about something or I care about it, I can remember this stuff instantly. Like a song, I remember the words to it, listened to one time, but you put down something in front of me, it's like reading, comprehended. I'm like fee, fi, fo, fum, because this is boring. Like I can't get into it. And that's like, I don't know if it's that first generation of autism where it's like a superpower.
Yeah, I think we all got a little tism.
I think we all had too much Tylenol maybe as kids too, or whatever.
Did we put this on ice?
I got a little too much.
It's good, however. I like.
How many did you bring? Just 3?
There's a couple more in there. I think I just 5
barrel?
total.
Well, I just want to know what I'm doing with my day. I mean,
well, I got a whole media day, and like usually I feel like half the time with a little bit of a buzz, it gets more interesting for everybody.
Smells good. Should we just shoot it?
I think, yeah, just shoot it. All right.
Man, I'll tell you what, I got to tell you, The Rock, to keep it into wrestling, The Rock turned me on to tequila because he was doing it. I felt like it was healthy. And the fact that you're doing it, I go, yeah, I didn't work out today, but I think this is healthy.
I mean, this is like pretty much like protein and, whatever John Daly said, caffeine and nicotine equals protein. So I say tequila equals protein.
He's got a huge dick. Whew. That's nice. That's nice.
There we go. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
See now you
see how that comes on at the end, that little coffee, the dark chocolate on the backside of it?
I like it a lot.
It goes really awesome with a nice cigar, old-fashioned with a steak.
God. Yeah. Dude, and then you're going to put a picture of yourself like shirtless on the bottle, like drink this tequila, look like this, right?
I try not to bully people into too much stuff. My thing is I say my job is to get the juice to the people's lips. The juice does the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really fucking good.
Thank you.
It's really fucking good. And there's nothing I love more than a shot of tequila. And then it just warms you.
And now you feel it start to come into your cheeks. And it's it's going to be a fucking good day, guys. It's going to be a
great fucking day.
Speaking of, great. What are you even making over here? Over here. I'm diarrheaing my life's story on you. And you're over here mincing onions up.
The best episode, anyone watching right now goes, it's so good if Brad and Bert don't talk much. That's everyone's saying that. So our focus is just to get you to talk the entire time.
There you go. I haven't shut up yet.
Exactly.
You is there like, I want to get back to your life story, but when you come into wrestling, 4 or 5 matches.
Yep.
You're doing NXT, I'm guessing then.
So I did 1 dark match in NXT, and then I did 3 house shows with NXT. So I like to joke around. We always said, because it was the Bullet Club, but the club, Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles, when they came in, we're the only 4 that skipped NXT.
Yeah.
So we skipped NXT and kind of went straight to the main roster, which is like really wild for me because, like I said, coming in, not born into the business. Didn't come through the indies, so I was an outsider. I was hated. Everyone was like, "Fuck this big guy" and all this shit.
Because there's gotta be that.
There's he didn't pay his dues thing, but like you didn't realize, like I'm sleeping in my car, I'm traveling around the world. I was North America's strongest man in 2011. I won the Arnold Amateur
We're gonna get into Arnold. But I want to get into like. So then you show up and.
Well, I'm 405 pounds too at the time when I show up for this. Like I'm getting ready for the Arnold Pro in 2013 when I do my tryout. And like a bunch of Mojo Rawley says it the best. He's like, I saw the door open, this light shine, and then the door blacked out again. And like you walked in, you're like, what the fuck is this?
And then the big men at the time, you've got
Big Show,
you got
Khali still lingering
Mark
a little
Henry's
bit.
still
Mark
there, right?
Henry, yeah. So Mark's who found me. So when I was competing
Strongman.
through Strongman, competing in the Arnold Classic, because for me, like I enjoyed the aspect of the sport, but it was the entertainment. It was the first time in my life where I felt noticed, because I was this fat little bullied kid that was told he was never gonna mount another. Had
Who
girls.
bullied you at
Dude,
6'5"?
But I wasn't 6'5" when
Okay.
I was normal-ish and a little pudgy kid for the longest time. I
Okay,
remember
all right. I was about to
swimming
say.
with my shirt on because I had the inverted nipples and all that stuff fat when I was a kid.
I regret. There's
I used
one
to
guy
tell-
that had those nipples, and I want to apologize. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could be self-conscious about your body at that time.
Massively.
Yeah. So Francis, I'm sorry.
Hey, at least you made amends.
I really it bothered me. He said to me at one time we're like 11th grade, and he was like, "Hey man, it hurts my feelings every time you make comment on my nipples." And I go, "Oh, I just thought we were boys. That's what we do. Like you make fun of me."
There's a degree to where when it comes too personal.
When it becomes personal, it's like busting balls is one thing, and then you're like, "Hey, look at hair lip show up," and he's like, "Guys, everyone notices it. Can we not point it out when I walk in the room?"
Yeah.
Are you overpaying at smoke shops and still wondering what you're getting? Is it legit? Plus, you work hard. You deserve your downtime without schlepping all over town for essentials. That's where everything 420 comes in. If the name didn't give it away, think Amazon. But built for smoking essentials, they carry all the major brands like Cookies, Stizzy, Packwoods, Cake, Runts, and even have a $4.20 section, which is basically a dollar store for stoners with the goodies you're going to want to stock up on. Oh, and their app makes it all super easy. With the holidays coming up, gifting just got so much easier and so much more fun. Forget the boring socks for your cousin or another mug for your aunt. Their mystery box lets you pick a category, like be it edibles, vapes, bongs, shrooms, cartridges, and they're packed with value, literally double what you'd be paying for. It is perfect if you love surprises or just kind of want to skip all the thinking altogether. I'm telling you right now, my dad is a pretty big edible guy. Without a doubt, going here and going, "Dad, Merry Christmas." It's a surprise box. Can't wait to see what surprises show up at dinner tonight. And with the deals always running, use code BERT for an extra 15% off. Grab a mystery box or stock up on all your favorites. The Everything 420 app has got you covered. The holidays are here, and let's be honest, it's the season of indulgence. We're talking cookies, pies. I'm talking gravy on top of gravy, and yes, that's all I want to eat. But here's the trick. When I want something that tastes indulgent, but I don't want it to knock me out for 3 hours and end up with a nap, I go to Goodles. Goodles is my favorite mac and cheese, and my daughter Isla and my daughter Georgia and all their roommates' favorite mac and cheese. And the best part, I feel good after eating it. It's packed with protein, nutrients, and comes in so many delicious flavors. Every serving of Goodles mac and cheese has 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber with prebiotics, and 21 vitamins and minerals from real plant sources. It's a low glycemic index food, so you get a steady energy instead of a carb crash. Plus, it's kosher and clean, label purity award certified. Let me tell you something. And I say this every time, but I really mean it. I said it to my daughters at college, and I know they're eating clean, and I know they're eating good, and I know they're getting protein. Protein's so important, especially girls in college always forget about their protein. My daughters do not forget about their protein. They also don't know about their protein because I'm sending them Goodles. And when I make mac and cheese for Christmas, it's Goodles. And everyone's like, "This is amazing." I go, "Yeah." And now you're healthy. This holiday season, whether you're hosting or needing a midnight snack after wrapping presents, grab some Goodles. Trust me, you and your whole family are going to love them. Pick up Goodles on your next shopping trip. Available nationwide at Target and Walmart, plus many other major grocery stores and retailers. There's got to be like a little bit of pecking order of like,
Oh,
who
big
the
time.
fuck does this guy think he is?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're going, it's like when you see like for us, when you see like a young black kid show up in comedy, the audience is already set up to love him. Like Cam Patterson. The audience is already set up to love him. And he's got a little bit of a affectation to him, and he's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And he's young as shit, and you're fucking 53 going, I didn't do this about Cam, but so I took him on the road with me, but I was like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
There has to be that in wrestling where they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Big time. Because, I mean, you think about it, I mean, it's really like, it's like this mafia fraternity, like very inner circle thing. And like you see, that's why there's 3rd and 4th generation wrestlers. And you talk about the hardest opponent in wrestling is nepotism. But I mean, that's in any business and stuff like that. But it's like navigating those waters. And then the best advice that I got, and Mark Henry was one that said it with learning in the wrestling business, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen twice as much as you talk. So like for the long, and which is clearly you see I have
I thought it was listen to music while you eat.
But so it was just learning that and then playing along and then the respect thing. And that's something that for me that kind of chapped my ass on my way out of the business was how much of the respect was lost. Just for the guys who like main event everything, because you would see when I first started, like Taker was still around doing house show and stuff, and like they're the main event, and you better be fucking sitting there watching the screen when he comes back, or you're gonna get your ass chewed out for it. So it went from that of the respect of watching the guys that were on the marquee, drawing the main event, and the main reason why 90% of the people were in the building was to watch that main event. It was paying your respect to go, hey, thanks for the house. To seeing that and then going out there and then like Roman Reigns and I going out there 45 minutes doing a street fight and coming back and there's nobody in the fucking gorilla and they're already in their hotels in the next town. And it's like, wait a second, like they paid to fucking see us. You couldn't even stay around and watch our shit.
Dude, that's like you ever? I worked with I'll say her name, but you edit. I worked with one time.
Yeah.
Who I love.
Yeah,
We all love this person. And I was like, hey, I'm getting ready for my special. Why don't you come on the road with me? And I was like, yeah, we did first show Thursday. I come back to the green room going like, what did you think? And she's gone. I was like, where did she go? And I'm like, oh, she went home. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I go, oh, well, so Friday I was like, yo, take I'm getting ready for my hour. So if you see anything, for me, I think when you're on the road a lot, you don't know if people in LA have similar bits. So I was like, check it out. She's like, yeah. So I come back after the first show and I was like, where is she? And then she's like, she went on a Tinder date in between shows. And I went, okay.
That's a good way to get on the good side, right?
And I was like,
Kudos.
what? Yeah. And so I was like, cool. And then I don't see her. She shows up right as she's about to go on stage. She goes on stage. I go on stage after her. She leaves. And I'm like, yo, what? So the next day I go, hey, I don't give a fuck about your goddamn comedy, okay? I'm the fucking headliner and I'm getting ready for an hour. And all I'm asking is that I didn't bring you out here to dazzle the fucking crowd. Yeah. I wanted you, I respect you and I wanted you to watch my shit. And respect me and be like,
and
hey,
you're giving her
good
the rub
set.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hey, like you're promoting her in front of your audience.
Yeah.
And did she respond to that positively?
Very well.
Good.
Very well. She was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I don't really work, working with guys is complicated. And you're like,
as a
I wonder how
female
many
comic,
fucking guys are like, yo,
yeah,
you want to suck my dick in between shows? Here, I'm going to turn this on real quick. Give me a sec.
When you turn it on, talk us through what's going on, Chef.
Oh, I got to plug it in first.
I mean, seeing that I do host a show on USA Network where I eat a lot of food too, so I'm no pressure.
How did you get this dream job?
As a
little extra
television
seasoning.
host, I was a television host for like 9 years. And first of all, the premise of your show is awesome. Your numbers that you're pulling in are impressive, especially when television is dying. He's getting a 0.5 in the demographic, and it's so funny. You got emotional about it in a post one time, and I understand that entirely. And I understand that, and I understand people that go, "Dude, it's just a TV show," but no, you don't understand how hard you work on a TV show. No. And
especially when you had your life's career ripped out from underneath your feet 6 months before that.
Yeah,
and you're in this doubt of like, oh, am I fucking good enough?
Because that's something that like pro athletes, pro wrestlers, I mean, we can do stand up like as long as our voices work, we can do comedy. You guys with all the physical stuff, at any point it can be taken away.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it gets taken away and when you're 36, 37, you're like, now what the fuck?
And not many people get to like, write their story or go out on their own terms.
No.
Like it comes to an abrupt end for most.
Yeah, not everyone gets the Cena run in the end where you get to choose all your opponents.
Not everyone gets the Cena run at the end. I got to be honest with you, man. I was lukewarm on Cena my entire life. Only because I grew up in Florida and he was around Florida and I'd bump into him. One of my favorite stories is my dad was on a flight one time with Joey Diaz. They're in first class. And we tried to switch seats and the guy sitting next to my dad wouldn't change seats. He didn't want to sit where Joey was sitting. Okay. And vice versa. And my dad's like, what the fuck? And I get off, he gets off the plane and he was like, I go, how was the flight? And he was like, yeah, it fucking sucked. He goes, the guy fucking sitting next to me was some jackass, some fucking idiot playing video games on his phone the whole time. I was like, yeah, he goes, didn't read a book, didn't fucking read anything, just played video games. Played video games taking a shit, and I played video games on the walk back. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And then Joey Diaz comes off the plane. He's like, dog, your dad sat next to John Cena. So, but I got to be honest with you, man. I think his leap to acting was so straight comedic at first. From my take, I was like, yo, I don't know, this sounds really horrible. I'll let you do comedy as an actor, as a comic. But I need to see you get thrown through a few walls as an actor first. I want hero John Cena. I want fucking...
We didn't watch the Marines.
I know.
I did.
Marine 18 through 37. And the Miz was in one of them doing whatever Miz does. Love the Miz. But
I'm
The
really...
Marine, I just to point this out, has one of the best tongue-in-cheek moments in all of cinematic history.
You're going to have to refresh my memory
All
on
right,
that.
so the villain in one of the Marines is Robert Patrick, who played the T-1000 in Terminator 2. John Cena does some kind of crazy stuff. He's in a car. He's chasing after him. And Robert Patrick looks to camera and goes, what is this guy? Some kind of Terminator? Because he was the T-1000 in
I
Terminator
love
2.
the little subtle fourth wall pushes.
Yes. See, no one got that in the room. No one, I'm dying in this room over here. He's referencing the only other movie we know him from. In another movie. You don't have Emilio Estevez and Young Guns talking about Mighty Ducks. Come on.
The compliment I wanted to pay you is, and I got stuck on Cena somehow, is you're a fantastic host, and that's not a muscle everyone's given at birth. Yeah. It's one you have to earn because just like getting into the ring and cutting a promo. It's tough. Not a lot of people can pick it up, and just because you're fucking funny or good doesn't mean you can be a good host. And you are a fantastic host. And the premise of the show is awesome. And it really is. And I'm jealous because I really do order like that. I order where I go. Every time I order 3 or 4 things.
Yeah, because you can't.
So I want to taste them. Yes. I want to see what everything is.
That's the whole reason behind the whole show. And when I was out of 2023 when I got whacked in the head and literally thought my life was over. So I pinched my spine and my C4 and 5 area. I didn't know I had stenosis of the spine. I got hit, my head whipped back. Both arms dropped limp. I couldn't move them for like 3 seconds. Then I got it up and I took off running and I looked like a weeble while we got the match finished. And it was pretty much the same injury that Stone Cold had when he took the pile driver where it pinched, but it wasn't as bad. It didn't bruise my spine. But for like a month while we're trying to figure out, like every couple hours throughout the day, it felt like someone would take a pot of boiling water and dump it down both my arms and my fingers would tingle and all that stuff. So they went in through the front and put a metal plate and 4 screws in there. And then 8 months later, I was back doing all the crazy shit all over again. Wow. So that's what I said. For me, like I said, the untimely end of my career or whatever, and I'm not saying it's over because I could get back in the ring and whip anybody's ass anytime I want. I mean, look at me. Let's be real. But I'm so dumb, I guess, really, that I don't know when to stop because all I want to do is go out there and I want to make people happy. Because I know that I've been given, other than my physical attributes, there's something in me that's made me good at putting smiles on people's faces, and I absolutely love doing it. And that's why I work hurt. I've worked paralyzed. I worked for 18 months needing surgery on my elbow in 2018 when I only had 15 degrees of motion. My arm was stuck like I had a stroke like this. This was all I couldn't brush my teeth any, but I wrestled because I was hot at the time and all that stuff and all this shit that you put away, like missing births of family members and funerals and weddings and all this other stuff, because I know how important my character is that I'm playing on TV, and I see when I go to these children's hospitals and I do these Make-A-Wishes, how these people connect with my character. And if I'm selling and I'm hurt, well, then that takes away, because I saw Braun Strowman get crushed in an ambulance and he walked away from it, or smashed in a truck. And it's like, I hear and see these stories of kids that are going to have brain tumors removed and they're holding my action figure while they're being put down under anesthesia. Jeez. And that's what makes me go, fuck, I got to suck this up and keep going. And that's the only thing that I hate the most about, having it taken away from me. I miss being in the ring. I miss being in the locker room. I don't miss really much of any other stuff other than the charity work and all the smiles. Yeah. Because that's what, for me, this bullied kid that was told he's never going to amount to anything, that's what made me feel like I had purpose. So now having a platform and not only having this massive fan base that I'm creating with it, the world knows who Braun Strowman is. Now it's my chance that I get to show the world Adam Scherr, the man behind the monster, and I think it's really showing on the show.
You're so not an Adam.
We know Adams.
You really are like a Braun. Yeah, we know Adams. Adam Ray, he's an Adam.
Yeah.
He's definitely an Adam. Hold on.
1000%.
I'm making gyros.
Okay.
Gyros.
So there's this viral recipe that's been going out of meat. I love gyro meat, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's meat pressed in parchment paper, folded up, laid in there, cooked. We're gonna cook up a bunch of vegetables. I'm gonna chop those up. I'm making 3 different sauces, and we're making gyros. Best gyro I ever had in Corfu at the Pink Palace. It was $5. I had $7 to my name, and I bought a $5 gyro, and I fucking wolfed it down, and I said, I'm good with food. I don't need to eat again. It was that good. It was that good. But this is one of the sauces, and I'm pureeing.
Some garlic.
Okay.
Oh, you're making a garlic oil sauce. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you do a tzatziki with the Greek yogurt, cucumber, dill, lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you've learned a few things on this food show.
The crazy thing is, like, for me, it was just honestly was because I didn't grow up with a lot. Like, steak when I was a kid was like Christmas maybe.
Yeah.
And there was no eating outs, and if we did, it was Pizza Hut or Olive Garden was the eat out for birthdays because we just didn't have a lot.
Oh wait, hold on one second. The kids don't know that Pizza Hut. When
Pizza Hut
we were
used to
going
be
up,
a fucking treat.
that was a
Pizza Hut was the fucking best.
Yes.
that was
the old with the
dine-in,
red checkered.
the red cups.
I know you know this.
Yep.
The red cups.
Yes.
Hold on.
You got them.
Wait a second. Wait a fucking
We're going down
second.
memory lane because we're all relatively. We're all. I'm 42.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm 41.
See,
We know.
yes.
We know. These are Pizza Hut red cups.
Dude, I bought these because of fucking Pizza Hut.
Yes.
These are my favorite.
They're-
Well, I feel like we need to try your vodka. You tried my tequila, right?
Okay. Let's get fucking wasted.
go.
Hey, can I tell you my favorite thing?
Yeah.
Vodka sodas, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vodka sodas.
Pete, little fun fact, and I know everyone knows this, and it sucks that the internet is what it is, because now everyone knows all the fun facts, and then people are like, where did you learn that? And they're like, TikTok? Pizza Hut, #1 consumer of kale.
Yes,
Yeah.
just for the
God damn it.
just for the butt. But I knew that before because that was the only thing that kale was ever purchased for, and then they tricked all the vegans and stuff into saying that kale is healthy for and making these fucking kale chips and all this stuff,
Yes.
and it's not.
It's not.
Kale is terrible for you. It's why you get bloated and you get gas and all this other stuff.
I don't
It has
know this.
Natural carcinogens in it because
Talk to me.
rabbits won't even eat the shit.
Okay.
So why are we eating it? So we can fart, I guess.
So what do we eat then if it's not
Steak.
kale? Steak. There you go. Steak does that.
I eat a little bit of vegetables, not too much.
Okay.
Hey,
What?
But the kale thing was, yes, what he was talking about. And then I was watching the thing where they talked about how they tricked the people into food, into eating kale.
Oh my God.
But otherwise, the only other purpose for was a garnish.
dude, I
And
used to
that was Pizza
fucking,
Hut.
we used to, what do we call it? Hulk cum? We used to make
Hulk.
cum.
Is this a new flavor of Mountain Dew?
No, it was like right when we all
Baja
started.
Blast
Yeah.
and then Hulk Cone.
Yeah.
Like as much as everyone wants to talk about like the trends in podcasting.
That's what he screams before he orgasms. Hulk cum.
You wouldn't like me when I'm horny.
Sorry.
We
Especially because I like Little Women.
we
You stay the
wait,
fuck away
the
from
book,
any woman.
the book, or
Yes, the book. I'm an avid reader. Can't you tell? Look at me. I read 100 books a year.
Yeah. Totally.
I love when you just write a little bit of a joke in your head
Yeah.
that is like that. Like I love Little Women's a perfect like you pull that out and then you put it somewhere else and you go and then the guy stands up. I love Little Women.
If this is in your next stand-up, you got to at least hit some quotations and I help.
That's what
Yeah.
where we're at. He just recorded a special.
Yeah.
By the way, and we just gotta say this: if you haven't seen Brad live, he's on a theater tour right now, and you are one of the most phenomenal comedians out there.
Thank you,
You
sir.
bring absolute joy. You're not fucking divisive, where you're like where anyone's getting up going "fuck this guy."
No.
It is just fun, joy, awesome, and I'm so fucking excited that you're doing this theater tour
Thank you,
because
man.
that is, the goal is do clubs. The goal is sell out clubs. That was our only ever
That's
goal.
the only goal I ever had.
Crowd Health. It's open enrollment, the season where health insurance companies hope you're going to blindly sign up one more time for overpriced premiums and confusing fine print. Don't just take someone else's word. Trust yourself and take control of your future with Crowd Health, the healthcare alternative for people who make their own decisions. Stop playing the health insurance game. Join Crowd Health, a community of people funding each other's medical bills directly. No middlemen, no network, no nonsense. Healthcare. For under $100, you get access to a team of health bill negotiators, low-cost prescriptions, and lab testing tools, as well as a database of low-cost, high-quality doctors vetted by Crowd Health. And what if something major happens? You pay the first $500. Then the crowd steps in to help fund the rest. This is a no-brainer. This is sounds like what we always meant to happen in this country. Raised by a village, right? Isn't that what we always wanted? Raised by a village. You don't just raise your kid by yourself. The village raises it. And you don't just get sick and everyone leaves people alone. The village helps you. This open enrollment, take your power back. Join Crowd Health to get started today for $99 for your first 3 months using code BURNING at joincrowdhealth.com. That's joincrowdhealth.com, code BURNING. Crowd Health is not insurance. Opt out. Take your power back. This is how we win. Joincrowdhealth.com. All right, I'm going to tell you a secret right now. This is a true secret. We have a thing in our relationship, me and Leanne, called sneak attacks. She just texted me. Sneak attacks are when you come up behind someone and grab them physically in a fun, playful manner, and you know that it's going to be on that night, not that day. It's not about the day. It's about teasing the other person so that it's on that night. And that is a great time to take a Rose Spark. Rose Sparks are 2-in-1 prescription treatments for guys who need a little secret weapon, a little extra ammunition going into a sneak attack. They hit the bloodstream faster because they're dissolved under your tongue, and they get you harder, which means harder and faster, and there's less waiting to perform. God damn it, Leanne. She is all over me. After Rose Sparks dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average. Rose Sparks give guys bigger and thicker and longer erections. I mean, that's like you want a cooler, faster car. Do you want a car more people are going to look at? Rose Sparks gives you the boost to last longer so everyone can get more pleasure in bed. Rose Sparks dual action formula contains tadalafil, which stays active in your system for up to 36 hours. So you can go back to back to back, maybe to front to back to back, up to the front again, round after round after round, and be ready in the morning. Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversations with an in-person provider. If approved, treatments shipped directly to your door. Guys, find your sneak attack. Do not tell Leanne I told you about this. You'll be fucking livid. And get ready to go back to back to back to front to back. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/burning to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/burning for $15 off your first order. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For safety information, go to ro.co/safety info. The biggest comics we ever worked with never did theaters. They only sold out clubs. Mm-hmm. And now he's made the leap to theaters and he's selling them out everywhere. And it's because this last special was so fucking good.
Thank you, sir.
And he just recorded a new one.
Yeah, which I think is better.
Yeah.
I cry in this new one.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Get emotional.
So little people and big people have emotions.
Yes.
Wait, little people have emotions?
We're not just
Oh, I've really mistreated
we're
them.
not figments of your imaginations.
Yes, exactly.
We're real people, damn it.
Giants and elves alike. We're gonna start a union.
When do you got to head north though?
No.
See, I just got back. I got all the freight in. Now you got to go put it together.
When do you gotta head north?
We're recording this December 2nd, so that's a great fucking joke.
You said 5 balls, Stacy? Yeah. Okay. I try to split it up into 5. So what I do to make it even is I pull it like this, and then I go, all right, 1.
Okay.
2.
5 balls. I know you're thinking the same joke I am. Bert.
4, and then we'll just figure it out.
that is not 5.
That's
sir.
not 5.
All right, and that is as fresh.
I think I've seen this where you cook with the wax paper and then like it kind of rolls up and it looks like it's shaved off like the shawarma gimmick that they normally do it in.
Yeah, it looks like. There we go.
Is this a beef pork mixture or solid
4
beef
balls.
or a lamb?
How the
or
fuck did I lose?
Is this a little porosos and soda?
There's nothing little about this for one.
No, this
Here,
is
let's
like
you hold the cup.
yeah, this is like
Your hands while you're learning.
this is like if I won the Stanley Cup and just filled it with.
Hold on.
This is a trophy for me.
Cheers.
This is gonna kill me, guys.
Brad used to have a joke that it's like sometimes you got to live the joke to write it.
Oh, that's good.
And what was it about? Was
time
it
is
about,
it?
Was
Yeah,
it
it's
about
time.
jerking off or washing your hair? Where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
He goes,
Same motion.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
motion.
I can't jerk off standing up.
I can't jerk off standing up.
I can't.
I have a joke about standing up and getting erections, but I'll save it for another time.
Actually, yours might go over my head though. I might be safe.
No,
around.
his dick. If he
joke
stands
of my
up,
dick.
Yeah.
if he stands up with an erection, it would go over your head.
Yes.
Wait, what are we doing here, guys? Is this a fucking?
What is this, a fucking cooking
Is this
show
a
or a
Mad Lib?
porno?
Yeah. That's guy. People ask me if I go to the gym sometime. I go, I stay out of the locker room before guys like you. I don't want you to be walking around not seeing me and all of a sudden I lost an eye.
Well, my claim to fame is I never said it was big. It's just proportionate.
Same. Which is great for me because I have an average sized torso. Mine hangs down to my knee. It's solid. My legs are, like not that long. But
Prove
whatever.
it.
Yeah. All right. All right. We're both measuring. Let's go.
By the way, I would love to put my dick on you. That came out weird. Like I'd love his dick on me.
Yes.
Like just to see it and be like, nice.
Yes.
Nice rig, brother.
Well, that's the thing with a guy
Like a
with
dick
a guy
triangle?
Like you. Yeah. See, I had the benefit that whenever a woman would allow me to do something like that, is that I have no expectations. Anything above a micro dick, and I'm fucking swinging heat.
Oh no! See, I have all these expectations to live
Yes.
up to, and like a lot of that
Yes.
thing is really like a fetish thing. Like, oh, I want this ogre just to like obliterate me.
Sure. And
Like
you're like,
Shrek,
no,
take me to the swamp and show me what the donkey does.
I'm the donkey. I'm the donkey. But like for you, it's like, oh my God, there's these expectations. And so basically you learn how to eat pussy. Yeah.
I've gotten better.
I used to be
Yeah.
fat. I had to learn that early too.
Man,
How come that's never a stereotype? Though, like fat kids eat great pussy.
it should be.
It should be right.
You know, fat kids, we're doing something for you today. We're starting that stereotype. And we know you're watching because we're cooking, okay? But we're starting the stereotype that fat dudes eat great pussy.
Yes.
Make sure it's loose.
I gotcha.
Make sure it's loose, the pussy or the meat.
God, which meat?
Sorry, I didn't know which one you're talking about there.
Fat kids eat like.
I feel like there needs to be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Hey guys, get fat kids eat great pussy at bertbertbert.com.
There you go.
And we're gonna have a little like our names under like it was quoted like Malcolm X, like I have a dream.
Yeah. Which is not who said I have a dream.
I used to be fat. I know how to eat pussy.
Yeah.
That would be great if Malcolm X just slid that in there. It's like, hold on 1 second. I just want to get this off my chest. Fat kids ain't great pussy. I don't know what accent I'm doing.
I was
I don't
wondering
know.
what
Like, are you doing Martin Luther King, Malcolm X? It's just cultural appropriation. It's just straight up. It's fine. It's
I
whatever.
think we got 5 in here.
It's the internet. We're good.
Yeah. So when I'm fascinated by Strongman because I'm the generation that Strongman was playing on repeat in my fraternity house.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That was just always on ESPN
At
2.
Christmas
or whatever.
time, yeah, always around
Magnus
Christmas
for
time.
Magnus.
Magnus for Magnuson from Iceland.
Yep.
What a fucking. There's so many. And then you'd meet a Magnus in Hollywood. You'd meet a lady who had a son named Magnus, and you're like, "You a big Strongman fan?" She was like, "No," and you're like, "Huh?"
The only guy
Yeah,
with
you
your
did-
Only reason you name your kid Magnus is Magnus for Magnuson.
Yeah, because there's Magnus for Magnuson and Magnus Samuelson.
Yeah, Magnus Samuelson
Yep.
was a badass. And then you had the Americans. Every now and then you'd have like Kurt Johnson.
We had Phil Pfister.
Brian Shaw.
Brian
Shaw out of Denver, Colorado. Yep. Love that fucker.
Robert Obert's another good buddy of mine.
Here's the thing. The only reason why I know about Strongman is because my wife likes two sports and two sports only. Rodeo and Strongman.
So she watches ESPN The Ocho.
Yes, because in her mind, like every other sport has too many rules. Rodeo is just, did you ride the thing? And Strongman is, did you lift the thing?
Yeah, did you pick it up or not? Yeah.
That's it. So she's like, so she's taught me all about the Strongman competition.
I love the Strongman stuff, and it was neat because there's only it's a pretty obscure sport, so like you got really close with all the families because as a pro, like it was the same 10 guys at every competition always.
That's the thing; it doesn't turn over. You guys do it for a while.
Yeah, until you get sick of it or your body breaks.
Yeah,
kind of like wrestling.
Exactly.
But
wrestling. Like wrestlers, there's always new blood, and sometimes you could do a legends match where the younger guys put the older guy over, but they're very nice to him. They keep him safe and everything. But Strongman, it's like only so many people can lift a fucking.
But you see, like some of the dude, and some of these guys that still like Mark Felix still competes. He's from England and he's 50. I don't mean to age you too much, Mark, if you're watching this, but he's in his 50s now, but still is competitive and still like was podium in World's Strongest Man late into his 40s, and it's such a crazy thing of what the human body's capable of.
That's crazy. What was the event you had the hardest time figuring out in Strongman?
Overhead press. Overhead press was like more of technical lifting. So like I always had this nickname. I was big country and I was country strong. Like I grew up farmer strong. Like when I wanted to lift weights as a kid, my dad was like, you're not lifting weights, but you can go split all that wood and you can go stack up over here.
Yeah.
Or you can carry 5-gallon buckets of water up from the lake to water the garden. So it was functional strength. It's like, we got shit to do around the house, and why waste your time just lifting weights in the gym when I can actually get some work out of you?
That's the Iowa offensive line right there. It's
literally.
all that
that's Midwest, yeah.
Yeah.
But I did it in North Carolina, so with all that, and then it was the technical lifts. I instantly gravitated to all the movements. I trained for 2 weeks before I did my first strongman competition, and won
2 weeks.
2 weeks and won all the moving events.
Jesus.
There was just things I just naturally were just good at, and I had no rhyme or reason why. It just happened. So it was all the technical lifts and things like that took me a while to figure out, because it takes time to develop the strength for that. Whereas I had been carrying rocks around in buckets of water and
Atlas
logs
stones
and Atlas stones for my whole life already. So it's like, yeah, Dad, like thanks for the tough love. You set me up for success later on in life. I just didn't know it was going to come. At first, I thought you were just working me like a mule because you just wanted me out of the house.
Why not?
Wow, that's so crazy. I would imagine. Like I always said, there's two types of working out. Or I always used to talk about comedy and say like comedy in New York is like strongman, and comedy in LA is like bodybuilding. Oh. Because comedy in New York, you're just protecting yourself. You're like, these 2 Puerto Ricans are going to jail tomorrow, and this is their last night, and now I got to fucking deal with this energy. Mm-hmm. And then when I got to LA, it was like, do you have an act? And I was like, where are the Puerto Ricans that are going to jail? Like that's my act.
How am I supposed to come?
Yeah, how am I supposed to come? So, but
no, it's right. LA, you're like supposed to have an act that like develops a show, so you have to like have like this whole story that you tell.
It's what's fascinating to me, by the way, when an agent goes, yeah, but he's a great crowd work guy. No slight on crowd work at all. Yeah. But when he goes, he's a great crowd work guy, and you're like, ooh, my hip just gave out.
Was that part of the joke, or is that legit?
No.
Oh God!
Can you go lift him and like do that whole like
stand on your feet and pick you up by your ears?
They go, he's a great crowd work guy. Have you seen his crowd work? And you're like, you're an agent. Mm-hmm. Like you're an agent. You used to shit. Will that get him into Montreal? Do you remember the days when you'd be like,
you have to have
what are you doing crowd work for? What's your act?
Have a story.
Tell us about your dad. Give us your sitcom.
Yeah.
It's like crazy how the industry's changed.
Yeah. Which is just.
Well, it's even like watching the evolution of like the wrestling and stuff like that, how much it is. And it's because one, like cell phones and people's attention spans. You have 3 seconds to catch somebody's attention span. They're swiping on to the next thing.
High spot.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I like the fact that now that like in the 70s and 80s there was still that whole thing of like you had to protect the business and you had to let them know like no, this is real, this is two guys.
Yeah, now
they
got what's the one show where they're showing all the behind the scenes everything. It's like,
so good. I saw it. I liked it.
But
that's all. That's not real either. That's all planned.
That's what I was like. I hit up Cody. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not watching it. And I was like,
I watched some of them. I was like, get out of here. Give me a break.
But I like the fact that now that like we know, okay, this is choreographed, predetermined fighting. That now it's like, okay, well now we can do some luchador shit. Now we can get crazy outlandish with it. You have a guy like Orange Cassidy that can do that, like
stuff with his hands in his pockets. And shit.
Slaw style. Like there's so many different types of wrestling that can now succeed now that we've taken that part out of it.
Yeah.
But then still, at its core, we want to see a guy like you and Brock just fucking go at it.
That's what made me fun. And there's nothing that, like I said, I'm not taking anything away with some of where the sport is now and stuff like that, but it's lost the allure of the airport test, the it factor. Like what got me into wrestling with these larger than life characters that you can't see walking around on day to day, like the Andres, the Hogans, the Takers, the Canes, the Mark Henrys, these giant human beings and stuff like that, to where I don't know. I think it's just everything in a general. You look across like movies, like think of action movies in the 90s with Stallone and Schwarzenegger and all this stuff. And then you think now, and it's just times have changed. And I don't know, I'm hoping that maybe the big screen needs the big meatheads back on and stuff like that. But I get it.
Because now the action star has to be relatable.
Yeah.
You have to have a guy, it's Liam Neeson and he's 72, but he's still kicking ass. Because that's going to be me one day. But whereas if I see you on screen, I go, well, that's not me.
Yeah. But it was always the thing, though, too. Like, and it's what's cool. I did an autograph signing at a WrestleCade this past weekend in North Carolina. And it's just seeing the kids and when they come walking up and actually getting to see me in real life for the first time and their facial expression. It makes me think of this image of Andre the Giant back in the day of this kid looking and he's just like staring up at it. And it's so cool that I still get that reaction. And wow, you're even bigger than you look on TV and stuff. So
I get the same reaction. Completely
Do
different.
people ever say that to you? You're bigger than I thought.
Like I get you're smaller than I thought you would be. People come up to me during the meet and greet and go, I literally thought you were taller than this. I'm like, if I'm taller than this, the act doesn't work.
Yeah. Then I'm you.
Oh, you're really a little person.
Yeah, I didn't fake it.
This isn't fucking the magic of TV.
It's why I always love it when there's a comic that goes on stage who's like 5'5", and he goes on stage like, it's tough being a short guy. And then I just sit in the back and go, bullshit. You're 5'5".
Shut up, normie.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a great question.
Okay.
What is the height you consider short for a man?
Like 4'10" and below.
4'10" and below?
Yeah.
Like if a guy is 5'8", you don't consider that short?
No. After 5'5", it all looks the same to me.
So I'm the same. I can't tell the difference between 5'5" and 6'3". It all looks the same to me.
Yeah, because you're 6'5", 6'7", 6'8". Jesus Christ.
No, Adam Scherer.
6'8". 6.
Right? I didn't know you stack shit this high.
It is 6'8". That is
It's too bad you're not 6'7".
Then we'd all go on the internet and we'd be popular now.
Right?
Dude, I would love for you and me to like have those meta glasses and just film our days and be like contrasting.
I have a bunch of funny stuff of me wearing meta glasses. Some of it's not appropriate for any kind of eyesight other than mine, but there's some good stuff. I got a pair of meta glasses that I throw on every once in a while for shits and giggles.
I put on my meta glasses yesterday and I looked at my wife. I go, hey, Meta, would you hit this? And then I giggled and she goes, it didn't really answer, did it?
Meta comes on.
No. Meta was like, I'd tap that shit.
What is something where at 6'8", no one thinks about this aspect of the life?
Door frames are 6'7".
Okay, so just literally every door.
I have a natural duck when I walk through a door. Like you see me, this kind of turtle shell in my large trapezius muscles.
Well, it's funny. This is going to sound like I am delusional, but when I got the strongest I got when I was benching 325, I had a hard time putting jackets on because your shoulder span gets bigger.
Yeah, because you have all that meat in between there.
And then all of a sudden I was like, dude, so then everyone everyone that is a big guy has always
it's comical to watch me put a jacket on. It's like, I'm wrestling my way in and
Back
out
on
of
a
it.
little coat.
Literally.
Yeah.
Or when my last, the last time I competed at Arnold, I was 418. I couldn't even tie my shoes. The girl I dated at the time had to tie my shoes. I didn't wear a pair.
418.
I couldn't wear jeans I couldn't wear a pair of jeans for over 2 years because my legs were 37 inches around.
You're just all sweatpants all the time. You just look like the creepy guy in the
I look
strip
like a
club.
refrigerator with legs. Yeah, the creepy guy in the strip. I'm still the creepy guy in the strip club.
Very
I
true.
look like a refrigerator with legs. I'm gonna say that to my wife.
I'm a micro fridge.
You look like a mini fridge with legs.
Come in. Hey.
I just got root beers in me.
Yeah. I can hold a 6-pack. That's it. That's all for me.
I got a side of beef. Help
Yeah,
yourself.
you have
Blazer
a
on the top.
You have a whole cow in yours. That's insane.
I feel like I'm the perfect sized man.
I do too, though.
Like
I think we're all made for a reason, right?
Yeah, like I've never, you know what's crazy is like, the internet made me believe I was fat. Like I never thought I was fat. I always thought I looked good. I never noticed that my face got red. The internet let me know. And then all of a sudden I was like, how nice is it to not be on the internet and just be like, life's great.
Life's awesome. Yeah, no one's commenting. Yeah, it is strange though how someone told me this one time in my opening act, JB Ball said, if you ever actually met the person who wrote the comment, you look at this person and be like, oh, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, because you would see them and be like, oh, you have your own shit that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. But then when it's just the anonymous comment, you picture like this titan of industry going, you short fuck.
And dude, that's it. You can read 10,000 good comments, and they'll be like that one, like, oh, fucking, you skipped leg day, and I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna burn your fucking house down. I'm gonna own your kids, and I'm gonna fucking make them pick grapes for me and feed me.
House down.
Yeah. But it's like it is, and it's just like, and we get then. I feel like everyone does. You get all worked up over an opinion of someone that you're never going to meet in your life. And it's, what's that saying? Like, don't take advice from people, or don't take criticism from someone you never ask advice for.
Yeah.
Oh.
I try to remember that all the compliments are probably not true what they're saying. All the worst insults, they're not true. I'm somewhere in the middle
Somewhere
of
in
that.
the middle.
I got to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I know I'm not an angel, but I'm not a piece of shit. I'm just like a dickhead, which is like in the middle.
I wish I had more dirt. Like I wish I'd done really bad things.
You wish you had?
Yeah, so then I'd be like, oh, thank God they didn't bring that up. You know?
So
I was like, I thought you were talking about dirt. I was like, what the fuck do you know about me?
Like when
so when someone says, "Oh, Bert's fat," you're like, thank God they didn't bring up Epstein.
yeah, thank God they didn't know about all the children I fingered.
Jesus Christ.
That would be so nice. Then I'd be like, oh, it's not the fingering children thing. Thank God.
Oh, they're just talking about my belly. Thank God.
Just calling me fat and red and
That's fine.
that I fucking I haven't read bad ones in a while because I just stay away from them. But yeah, I read the bad ones and I go, oh, maybe that's true.
I guarantee there's something that happened in your childhood or in your past that fucking makes you fucking lean into insecurities when you do read the shit.
Oh, it's my dad. Oh, you want to hear what? You want me to bring it up? I talked about it in therapy.
Yeah.
So
We're just three dudes talking about life.
Yeah.
the negative. So my dad, he wasn't negative about me in life, but he was very critical because he was nervous that I'd fail. He'd be nervous that people wouldn't like me, or he'd be nervous that I didn't. And I understand that as a father, so he tried to protect me. And so if I had an opinion about something, he'd go, oh, no, you're a fucking idiot. Don't say that. He wasn't saying like, you're a fucking idiot. He was like, you're a fucking idiot. Don't say that. No, people are going to judge you. And a lot of my personality, the thing that internet hates about me is the same part that my dad disliked. And it was, my first baseball game I ever played. I caught the bases were loaded. I was playing second base. I caught a fly ball. I was 6 years old. I caught a fly ball. That's a big deal when you're sick.
Yeah.
I caught a fly ball, and the place went crazy. And I spiked it, and I took my shirt off, and I started dancing.
Wow.
And my dad was not happy.
Is this your opener?
But that's
now?
who I. But in representation of what the negativity I get on the internet, that is actually who I am, and I can't help that I'm a fool. That I am an authentic fool.
You found the best job
Like
for
one of the perfect things. I couldn't really wrap my head around why it upset me and why it upset the internet so bad, I really never could figure this out. During the Tom Brady roast, I was reading prompter.
Yeah.
And they were making fun of me, and I was reading it. So Tony Hinchcliffe is like, Bert Kreischer's here, and you watch me, and I'm like, Bert Kreischer's here. And it's 100% who I am.
Yeah.
Right? I don't understand why someone doesn't look at that guy and laugh, and that's it. Just laugh and go, he's a fucking fool. I'm cool with that. The fact that people hated me and said, Bert Kreischer, ... Tom would send them to me. And he's like, you're getting destroyed on the internet. And I was like, wait, why? I go, what did I do? Like, I didn't do any, I didn't like.
Spoil the joke.
And that's when I go, I wish I'd fingered a child so that I'd go, at least that's not what they're talking about.
Please isolate that audio. Just that part.
I don't condone this child fingering.
Yeah.
I don't get it either. No.
I've always said the same thing. We should just give pedophiles dwarves, and that's kind of like their methadone. Like it's not quite children. You know what I mean? So
Flat-chested dwarf. go a long way with a pedophile.
Exactly. By the way, it's that reason that back when I was single and I would hook up with dwarf chicks, I would literally demand that the dwarf chick have a bush because I'm like, you can't be clean shaven down there. It's too close.
I have a story, but I want to save that one for another time.
No.
You can't say save.
If you fucked a dwarf, I need to hear this story.
I need to hear this
maybe.
story.
Here's my question. How many dwarfs would it take to hold you down and fuck you?
What kind of dwarfs are we talking about?
Male
dwarfs.
Brad Williams adjacent.
I have some friends. We can call
Like,
them.
how many dwarfs do you think it would take? Like, okay, let's for real.
It would take at least double digits.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like
1,000%.
20 dwarfs.
20 dwarfs would be pretty tough, man.
Yeah.
Brad, as a dwarf, how many of your buddies do you think you could get together to hold him down and fuck him? And could you get hard with 20 other dwarfs in the room?
Like, what are the stipulations? Yes, is it no holds bar? Like, I can bite, I can do
you can,
whatever?
no, dude, they're trying to fuck you. You
Okay,
can do whatever you
I
want.
was just like, what if I wanted to just submit?
You just go like this, and you're like, try to get up here, guys. And then they're just doing a human pyramid to get up to your asshole.
Oh, God damn it.
As long as you stand up, you're good. If he's on a ladder, he's fine. If he stands up, you're fine. We have to form up like Voltron. Dwarf Voltron. Jesus, so fuck him.
Thank God there's a dwarf in the room, so the dwarfs online aren't gonna get fucking outraged.
This fucking giant talking shit about us.
Listen, man.
This is like a fucking Lord of the Rings battle.
Every
you
year.
can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
No one. What is anyone gonna do? Protest? And you go.
No, I cannot either. I get fucking canceled fucking every other week. I feel like for saying my opinion.
So here's the thing. There is a big, it's not really big, but it's a dwarf convention every summer. Over 1,000.
I'm sold. You don't even have to tell me
Over
anymore.
1,000 little people.
I want to be there.
It's in New Orleans this year.
Oh, this was a great city.
All right. So I think they should
Can
be.
I be your +1?
Yes. All right.
You're gonna be a plus. At a dwarf convention, you're a +2.
Can I wear you in like Master Blaster?
Yes. I can be just on the.
What's the ludicrous verse?
Yeah. It's like I got a midget around my necklace. Yeah.
I wasn't going to say it. I didn't know if I'm allowed to say the M word or
It's
not.
fine. What am I going to do to you?
We'll bleep it out and we'll say it was the N word.
Oh, yeah. Soft A or hard R.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah.
Bleep it out. You don't know whether I said that. I saw a thing today, and they were like, it was a sketch online, and I was like, God, because I'm thinking about what is the internet turning into, like with podcasts and stuff. It's like I love this show. I really love this show. But it is a long form conversation. It's a lot like a podcast, and what performs well are clips. Sure. Like the best show on the internet right now is Sebastian Maniscalco and Pete Correale. They are so funny.
Sebastian Maniscalco? You're watching it on your phone?
Dude, him and Pete Correale are just, do you know who they are? Okay, Sebastian is one of the biggest comics in the country. Pete Correale is one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my entire life. Both Italian, both from like a big Italian family.
Yeah.
And Pete goes, hey, Sebastian, you like guy? Hey, guy, you like a French kiss kind of guy? And Sebastian goes, I don't really French kiss anymore, you know? I kind of give her like a kiss on the forehead. I'm not gonna make out in my house with my wife. The two of them, I've texted them together, going there. They are the funniest two individuals on the internet right now.
They're great. Is there a wrestler that you guys would all impersonate backstage? Like
everyone does me.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Everyone would do me, and especially when I'm like get going with my redneck accent comes out.
Okay. So All right, so they always say like you find out a lot about yourself during a roast because you were like, oh shit, that's what people think about me. Yeah. So like when you watch people impersonate you, is there something about you where you're like, oh fuck, I do that?
The funny thing is, like, when they would do it, then I would catch myself impersonating myself, talking back to them. So I'm like speaking in third person of myself back to them, having a conversation.
Got it.
But no, I know I sound like that. And it all depends. If I'm in the Midwest with my family there, I'll start to pick up the Midwest accent.
Yeah.
When I'm in North Carolina, the redneck accent comes out. When I'm in Florida, it's just whatever Florida man comes out.
Florida, we have the perfect accent.
Yeah.
We have no accent. You have an accent that if I was on the other side on customer service, I would give you respect because I'd hear you talk and I go, this guy could fuck me up. There's no part of me that goes, this guy will figure it out on his own. I'd be like, we're gonna be on for a while. I'm putting my headset on.
That's why I love my voice. I don't sound like my height. I don't call up customer service like, I got this shit that's going on. I'm really pissed off. I gotta help me about this today. I gotta move from a window seat, motherfucker. Like that. That's not how my voice sounds. Thank God.
God damn it. I used to love my friend Tony Hernandez married a woman who was like the whitest white person, and her last name turned into Hernandez. So all the time she'd call and she'd be like, "Hi," and they're like, "Hola, Miss Hernandez, happy tal?" And she's like, "Oh no, I'm white." And they're like, "Wait, what?"
I mean, yeah. So my wife's maiden name.
What's your wife's maiden name?
Gong. She's Chinese. So if it went the other way, that would have been so funny. I should have taken her name. Brad Gong.
Fuck yeah. Sounds like a fucking wrestler.
Yeah.
And then you could have had crazy names for your kid. Long Duck.
Bang the.
Bang the. Shaka.
Yeah. Shaka Gong.
Or just Gong Gong.
Yeah, Gong Gong.
Gong Gong.
Or that'd be a perfect stand-up comic.
Or
Gong stage, Gong Gong.
With the wind. Gong. I like that.
Oh, I should have taken my wife's last name.
I laughed harder.
Not too late, right?
Yeah,
I laughed harder this week with my daughters, and I love my daughters, right? And I think I appreciated them.
Good qualifier.
I love them. I don't. You know, it's weird, and you'll see this. But like, kids are interesting. They give you a lot of love, right? And life is so great when they're with you. And even just the littlest thing, like we're going to dinner tonight. And everyone gets dressed. We used to do fancy dinner, and the girls would put on like princess gloves, and it was like so much of life is great when they're with you. And then a period in high school, it's fun. It's just you're getting through, and softball games, and golf matches, and what now that they're grown ups. They're like 21 and 19. They're so funny.
Yeah.
They had me laughing at one point.
Oh, this is good if you're already laughing.
No, I don't even know if it's funny. Like Isla, I was on my phone and she kept saying, "Hey, you're with your family. You're with your girls. We're home for just a little bit.
Yeah.
Get off your phone." So there's a guy on the internet who grabs snakes out of swamps and he goes yoink. Have you seen that guy?
Yes, I have seen
it. Okay,
that, yep.
So she watches it clearly. I watch it too. I didn't realize we both watched it. She grabbed my phone and she went yoink, and I go, "Hey, I need my phone back." She goes, "No, I'm hiding it." And so she goes into the house. We're all in the car. She goes into the house and she hides it. And I go, "Hey, for real, where's my phone?" And she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I go, and it was so playful and bullying. And then she goes, "You want to play a game called Hot and Cold?" And I go, "Yeah." So I'm going around the kitchen and she's going, "You're getting colder." And I was like, "Okay." She goes, "Ooh, now you're getting hot." And for 20 minutes, and then she goes, "Wait, which one is the good one and bad one?" And I was like, "We've been playing Hot and Cold, and you don't know which one gets me closer to it." She goes, "Does it matter? You're not getting your phone back." I had so much fun with my girls I laughed so
But that's just playful.
Hard.
It's playful. It's being fun. You want to do that with your kids. You want to do that with your spouse. You want to be able to play, have fun. It's the absolute best. And you talked earlier about how you loved seeing kids and stuff. And I'm telling you right now, there's kids out there that's their memory, and that's such an awesome memory. I took my daughter to a Ducks game. And by the way, my advice, be a D-list celebrity and then be a fan of a team that has no celebrity fans, because they will hook you up. Ducks hook me up. So they get me and my daughter on the entrance line where the players come out, and my daughter just holds out her hand. 5-year-old dwarf kid just holding out her hand.
Core memories.
Every Duck player slapping her hand, and then she turns around and the smile is so big on her face. I'm like, Ducks fan for life. Let's fucking go. It's great.
I have a 5-year-old goddaughter, and 2 weeks ago, my Milwaukee episode, we had a watch party at the restaurant we went to, and she's in the episode with me because we're like stretching cheese curds and stuff.
Yeah.
And watching this little girl walk around and sign the posters, autographing for everyone, taking pictures with everyone, I was like, just gave me goosebumps. It's like what you're talking about, those core memories, and it's just like, the way that little girl looks, she's not even my child, but like my godchild, the way she looks at me and stuff, and it makes you like question like some of the shit you do in private. Like, oh my God, like what would she think if she knew this shit that I do in private? It's like, it makes me try to be a better person because it's just like, fuck, like the way she looks at me, she expects so much out of me. And I'm like, oh man, I'm doing some of this shit behind closed doors, and she would think twice about me then. But it's just something special about it. I joke to him like she's gonna be the most successful business CEO, or she's gonna run a prison gang. There's no in between. But pretty much the same thing.
I love drinking so much. I hope I get to do it forever. That's my biggest thing with my doctor. I said it to my doctor one time. I said it to the old man in the waiting room. He was like, "What are you so nervous about?" And I go, "What if they tell me I have to quit drinking?" He goes, "Hey, heads up, you don't." I said, "What?" He goes, "You don't. You can keep drinking. You can drink until you die. You're gonna die one day."
Yeah, you got down to something. Might as well die happy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this worked. Oh, these are hot. Oh yeah, it did work. Oh wow.
Wow.
This is gonna be fucking good.
That looks like Euro meat.
It does. I'll just put this right here.
It also could be an elephant labia.
So do you have
They are also playing Coachella.
Elephant Labia is a good name.
Oh, that's a good band name.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, young bands out there.
So wait, what are the T-shirts we have? Oh, fat guys eat good pussy.
Yeah,
and elephant
labia.
Yeah.
And if you could do artwork for elephant labia,
I just want my 5% commission. That's it. I don't ask for much.
Exactly.
oh my god.
That looks awesome.
My mouth's watering like a fat Labrador.
Well done.
That's warm.
Yeah, I was in the oven, brother.
And then
You could tell you tell it's good meat when the men go silent.
Yeah.
Meat
I
just
started
comes out, we're like,
sweating already, and I haven't even
Yeah.
put it in my mouth.
yeah. That's what she said. Okay.
I hope it's good.
How
mean,
can
it
it not be?
smells good.
Look at it.
It looks fucking
yeah,
phenomenal.
it looks amazing. Well done, sir.
Do you cook for yourself? What's your diet look like?
Right now, since I'm trying to get ready for a couple projects for 26, so I'm putting some size on. So I'm doing.
Oh, now you're putting size on?
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle. Where's Kyle? Is he here? Come on in.
How big is
So
Kyle?
can we, okay.
Okay.
So Kyle's my assistant, and we work out together. He's really strong. He did 245 3 times the other day. Twice, but he could have gotten the third time. He thought he tore his pec, so he stopped.
Okay.
So, no, but it's true. He was in the picture. He was one of the smaller guys in the picture. But he's 5'8",
Yeah.
but he's wearing lifts right now. But and I'm barefoot. But he wants to put on size. But I go, don't just get fat. You're like fucking. So what would your? Because he was eating ice cream right before he went to bed.
I mean, a lot of it just depends on what your metabolism is. It's calories in, calories out. So, like the rule of thumb, can you say rule of thumb? I know people get upset about that because the actual meaning of it, I guess. But
What?
You could have beat a woman with your
Yeah,
thumb.
yeah, that would be terrible.
Get down, bitch. Get down.
Fucking broom handling
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
The big thing is like thinking ideally 1.5 grams to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and then clean carbohydrates. And it just depends how fast your metabolism. If you're burning 3,000 calories in a day and you want to gain weight, that means you need to eat 3,500 or 4,000 calories.
Now, what would you suggest for a guy like this? I told him, dude, have the not men's health body, the men's fitness body.
Yeah.
Men's fitness body was shredded,
Yeah.
jacked, and that I go, when you're this, like you're never gonna look like that.
correct.
And even if that
That's
body
genetics.
shows up on you, it looks like you're overcompensating for something.
The easiest thing is eating. My biggest thing in the testament of what I've done is it's 15% what you do in the gym. It's 85% what you do in the kitchen. Especially like abs are made in the kitchen and things like that. So ideally, protein and carbohydrates together, fats and proteins together. You don't want to do a lot of carbohydrates and fats together. And then it's manipulating and figuring out they do a bunch of, you can get these allergy food sensitivity tests too that go through like 300 different tests of all kinds of different foods to see what your body likes and doesn't like. So you can go through that because there's a lot of things that'll make your body hold water, flare up inflammation, and it's finding out what works. And there's that genetic methylation test, I think is what it's called as well, that you can find out how your body works, if you're endomorphic, ectomorphic. There's a whole bunch of science behind it.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. I have all of that.
Yeah. I was telling him, I was like, there's more than just eating food.
Yeah.
Like you can't just eat food and go, I had 2 cupcakes.
When I'm on what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm every 2.5 to 3 hours I'm eating. And right now I'm consuming 12 ounces of cooked, either chicken breasts or chicken thighs, 3.5 to 4 cups of rice every meal. And I'll do like a tablespoon of olive oil or a tab of butter with it. And then a couple protein shakes. So in the day, I'm eating around 6 pounds of chicken and probably 12 to 16 cups of rice. I eat a bag of spinach a day. I do a dozen eggs every day. But I'm 345 pounds.
Dozen eggs every day. A dozen.
Hold on. See, Brad, he just looked at the camera and goes, a dozen eggs every day.
I can't do that. That would be my
That's
meal.
why.
Hold on.
All day.
That's the segment.
Yeah.
That's the sketch. You go, my name's Brad Williams, and I'm eating everything Braun Strowman is eating a day.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
All right, a dozen eggs. And you just got to speak. I got 6 pounds of chicken, a dozen eggs, a bag of rice, and a gallon and a half of water.
All day.
Yeah. You could do it if you just did it. You got 24 hours to do it. You could do it.
I'd have to be up for that entire 24 hours. And I'd have to be
Oh my
shitting a lot.
God, look at
No,
that.
yeah, that's just said the big thing is consistency too.
One thing, are you supposed to eat before you go to bed, though? That's
I
the
do.
question.
So when I was competing in World's Strongest Man competition, I had 2 alarms every night set to wake up and eat throughout the night too. So I would have a meal that I would wake up and eat, and then I would have a protein shake that I would wake up and drink throughout the night. Because I was consuming then, I was doing 17,000 to 20,000 calories a day. Dude, on my weight, so when we would have deadlift days on Fridays, and I would burn so many calories deadlifting that on the way to the gym, I would stop and get 5 double cheeseburgers from Burger King and a 2-liter of Coke. And I would drink the whole 2-liter, eat 5 double cheeseburgers, and then sit around the gym for like an hour and then train. Because I would burn 4,000 to 5,000 calories in that workout.
Jesus.
That's insane. What's like when you see? I remember when the Michael Phelps diet went viral or whatever.
And people like, there's no way. No, that's where you don't realize like calorie in, calorie out, and that's the end of the game. The name of the game is.
It's like he's swimming 8 hours a day. Like
he's
he
burning
needs to eat.
10,000 calories swimming every day, so he's got to eat. Otherwise, he's going to waste away.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we just wrap him up like this, or we shove him inside?
Or she did it. She said to separate these 2 layers.
I would
And then
I would take a
elongate.
wet paper towel and microwave them for a second to get them a little steamy, and then you'd probably be able to pull them apart.
You're right.
He knows.
You should do that.
I didn't get 350 pounds up by accident.
That's a good call.
Let's do that.
We got me and Stacy sitting here trying to figure out how to fucking do this.
Yeah, just dampen a paper towel, fold them up in the middle of that, put them in there until they get nice and steamy. You should be able to pull them apart, make a nice little hot pocket pita with them.
So as comedians, we get people come up to us all the time. They try to tell us jokes. As a wrestler or strongman, what do people come up to you and do?
My favorite is like when people like the internet like to give me advice on lifting and training.
Oh, good.
And that's my favorite. My favorite response is thanks. I'll take that into consideration
Yes.
the next time I'm smaller than you.
Yes. So like if a guy recognizes you in the airport, does he come up and be like, let me chop you or something? Or like,
Not too much. I don't.
Yeah.
I think my reputation exceeds myself. Like people know that I don't like being touched,
Okay.
and I will defend myself if I have to,
so
by all
funny.
means.
My reputation's the exact opposite. You'd be shocked how many people touch me.
Right, but it's the same thing. Like how many and it's always grown men, and it's this aggressive like.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
Stop it.
one more of those.
Yeah.
You never planned on the whole fame shit.
No.
And
Well, kind of. I'll give you a quick little story. Like one of my buddies, a couple of my buddies when we were younger, I always, literally every day we would be dicking off doing something. And I was like, I'm going to grow up and be rich and famous. I'm going to grow up and be rich and famous. And a couple of 4 or 5 years ago, my buddy called me. He's like, dude, I can't help but think about all the times when we were kids and you said you're going to grow up rich and famous. And I was like, and you did it. And I was like, yeah. Why the fuck didn't you just tell me to grow up and be rich?
Yes.
yeah,
Like the
riches.
fame,
Rich is good.
like the fame side of it. There's a lot of cool perks to it. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of awesome stuff, like not having to usually wait in line or for a reservation to get into a
Yeah.
restaurant and stuff like that.
That's pretty good.
But the sitting down and trying to eat and like every forkful, can I get a picture and stuff? While I'm grateful for the fans,
Yeah.
there's a time and a place where it's just like, fuck, leave me alone. I just want to be a normal person for a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Back in the oven, right?
Yeah. That's what I tell people when they say like, oh, I want to be rich and famous. I go, nah, you want to be rich.
Yeah, you want to be rich.
Rich is the shit. I love being rich.
It doesn't suck.
I know, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. I fucking wanted to be rich, and I tried to be rich, and I got rich.
You earned it.
And I have more money than I ever thought I'd have. And now, of course, if my wife leaves me, I have no idea where her money is, but that's why I'd kill her. And that's why we brought you guys here today.
Oh, witnesses or just a plan.
Yeah, this does look. I feel like we don't even need lettuce, but I'll put a little bit just to fucking.
Well, we're setting a good example for the kids at home. Eat your vegetables, kids.
You got? Does everyone like jalapenos?
See.
I don't, but that's
Okay.
but I'll fucking tough it out if I have to.
No. These are big chunks of jalapenos, so they'll go far.
Yeah.
Well, it's not jalapenos.
Yeah.
All the strong guys are just like steak and jalapenos, everything.
Like shred those apart with tongs.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Oh, you don't even need tongs.
You don't even need them.
Just use those.
I'm gonna have to do this hack.
This looks so fucking good.
I saw it literally like last week, I think, come across one of my algorithms of fake breast and
Dude,
race
my
cars.
algorithm.
It's literally like fake breast and race cars.
If you gave my Instagram to a guy in Al Qaeda, he'd move to America. He'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck are they doing over there? That shit's crazy."
Everything.
Hey, Stace, will you open one over here?
To me, it's all comics, pro wrestlers, and tits. That's my algorithm.
All right,
It's a fun algorithm.
you guys pop up on there from time to time.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Like silicone, Bert bread.
Holy shit. This looks crazy good.
Wow. Oh, what are you dusting that with?
This is a
Cayenne sauce. He almost just put a hole through the wall.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Hey, buddy, you can do anything in this house, including have sex with my wife, and no one can stop you.
Well, luckily, I'm a gentleman of leisure.
I can imagine what you do to my wife.
Fuck, dude.
Like
we're about to see a cut situation.
I would love, because like every now and then I've seen her like get like, turned on. It's not always. But I would like I would kind of like as a gifting on my deathbed, introduce her to like what a real man looks like.
Jesus Christ.
Just to watch. I'm not a cuck, but thank God Stacy's in that fucking shot because that's getting clipped for the internet. I'm not a cuck, but
that's one of those jokes you said you
Yeah.
would do the whole thing.
Yeah.
but she
I'm not a cuck, but Little Women.
Yeah.
I'm not a cuck, but man, Little Women really turned me on.
But dwarf conventions.
Yeah. Ugh.
Which, now I'm just picturing a train of dwarves with Leanne
Trying to
while
fuck
Bert's
me.
watching. That too.
She's leading the fucking pack. Get him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
I bet two dwarfs could hold me down and fuck me.
Well,
Now that I think about it, I'm like,
Yeah,
I started doing the
willing.
math.
Yeah, because you'd be laughing so hard.
I'd be
you'd
laughing
just
so I go, I
giggling.
can't believe this. I thought I came up with this scenario on a podcast. Can't believe it's happening to me.
You hear that? Two gay dwarves. If you're watching, you can get Bert.
Two dwarfs, one Bert.
Yeah.
Whether porno like that back in the day with a cup and something else. What is the considerations to be a little person?
4'10" and below.
4'10" and below.
Yeah.
So I
and,
wonder, like, how, like, I feel like I'm just left. I
Your
know. I
arm
feel
would
like I'm
show.
left out. Like I don't get any like cool shit. Like no one. They're just
They have
all this,
big man.
like-
They have big man meetups.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
those.
Big man meetups just sound like a different Pornhub category.
It just sounds like there's gonna be not room for everybody,
Yeah.
or there's gonna be not enough food.
Yeah, you gotta have a ballroom.
Or a lot of big dick energy.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wow,
How big are you? And then there's gonna be all like these size queens that show up in there that are like 5 foot tall that are looking to get.
does that come your way? Like chicks that are like
My girlfriend's 5'3" and 125 pounds.
Bless you, sir.
5'3"?
So do you just grab her and use her like a fleshlight?
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Here, we're gonna talk to her. So we just got these bracelets where you can tap them and vibrate to each other.
No.
Oh wait, my phone's not. Where's my phone? Nick's got my phone. I'm not close enough.
I just
Sorry.
tracked my wife old school on an app.
You hit
all
an air tag on her
Yeah.
somewhere.
Air tag in the purse, and you're like, she didn't even know.
And she was none the wiser. Sometimes I'll slip up and go, when are you getting out of therapy? She's like, well, how do you know I'm in therapy? I go, oh, I mean, I'm guessing, right? It's Tuesday, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's word is
Allegedly.
A. Today's letter is A, and that's for allegedly. Isn't that what allegedly
I
spelled
feel
with?
like you would kill it on Sesame Street. Like you would go on and just have great lessons for the kids.
Yeah.
Remember when you guys thought Big Bird was big?
Choke slam Big Bird.
Who the fuck's he ever beat?
Exactly.
Who the fuck's he ever beat?
I don't care.
Okay. It's coming down.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. This is gonna be fucking good.
So there's strength and there's pro wrestling strength, but then there's like, has there ever been someone in the ring where you who have competed in strongman go like, oh shit, like that's some strength right there.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Did you not see him hit me with a chaos theory at WrestleMania like 2 years ago?
I did see that.
Back roll through German suplex.
Yeah.
He is
Chad Gable. Okay.
Well, I mean, he finished 6th in the Olympics in real wrestling, so like he's a legit badass motherfucker.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable, that's interesting.
Good to know.
Not no slight to Chad Gable, but that's an interesting one.
Like he's one of the ones that's like, you wouldn't want to make him angry and have him grab a hold because he's one of those if you're not paying attention to the ears, which is a very good indicator when you see cauliflower ears, usually like, okay, this guy has done something.
Right.
If you're not paying attention to the ears, like he's one that like all of a sudden will have you kissing your own ass tied up in a pretzel going, how the fuck
It's
did
guys
I get
that
here?
know, like there were guys in our fraternity when everyone would get drunk, they'd be like, all right, we're gonna wrestle. I never wrestled, but there were guys that were big guys at like 6'3", they're like, let's go. And little guys, what was his name? Tony Pizzaglia. And he would be like, and he was like 5'7", 5'6", charette. I mean, just a muscle, right?
Yeah.
And he just knew how to use his body. And he would just, like, all it took was him to put a foot here, and his leverage completely threw you off.
Yeah.
And he would ragdoll motherfuckers, and it was so fun.
I learned how to wrestle because I grew up with a family, the McIntosh family. There was Patrick, Jeff, Craig, and Sean, and they're all multiple-time state champions in New York and North Carolina. And we'd just be in public walking around and they would take me down. So I had to learn how to wrestle because like, if not, they were fucking embarrassing me in public. Like we're at a bar goofing off, all of a sudden somebody's trying to ankle pick me or this and that. And that was just that's just how it was. And
It's
so
good
I
self-defense,
learned
man.
to grow up fast that way and things like that. And the most unsuspecting, the oldest brother, Jeff, was like this really soft-spoken, 5'7" guy, but like 220 pounds and would just like an absolute animal. Like could grab you by your ears and peel your skull like an onion if he wanted to.
God damn.
That's wild. Well, because there's all those stories like back in the day when like guys would like challenge Kurt Angle backstage, and Kurt would be like, "Don't do it."
Kurt Angle's still fucking shredded. He came out to my show in Pittsburgh, was like fucking jacked.
This is what Kurt Angle looks like.
Yeah. Still, just like there's a story of him wrestling Brock backstage where they finally were like, all right,
you got to settle.
Kurt's gonna wrestle Brock because Brock was big in collegiate wrestling, and then Kurt obviously an Olympic champion, but then the size difference is crazy.
Well, I heard about this story, and then they got in the ring,
and then Kurted him. Kurt won.
Yeah.
And Brock's one of those guys where when people ask wrestlers like, who's a strong guy, they all go, oh man, Brock. Like
Brock and I got into it a couple times pretty good. Have you ever seen the clips from
I saw the one
Royal Rumble 18?
was that where he fucking hit you in the side of the fucking
punched
head?
me in my
and your fucking
my
face.
skull moved and then the skin caught up. Yeah. I'm the only human being to take a right hand from him and not go to sleep.
What is you always like it's funny every wrestler I know on camera I then meet in real life and it's such a different exchange. And then sometimes exact same person.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
What a train wreck. Love him to death, but what a fucking train
I fucking
wreck.
love Ric Flair.
That's the guy.
He came up.
Lives the gimmick.
I went to dinner with I went to take my parents to lunch in Channelside in Tampa. And I'm sitting down and all of a sudden I just hear, whoa! Who comes to Tampa and doesn't call Ric Flair Bert Kreischer? And I'm like, God damn it. My dad's like, who the fuck is this? I was like, Dad, it's Ric Flair.
Who's this guy? He smells like Ben Gay and fucking vodka.
He was with fucking 5 of the hottest chicks. And he was like, oh, fucking
Rolex on each wrist.
Oh,
three-piece suit.
He looked fucking great. He smelled great. I think he did 100 push-ups.
Sure.
I feel like I was like, am I staring in a fucking old age mirror? Is this me?
And then you're looking around for the camera like, well, he's doing this for some. No, he's doing it because that's Tuesday.
That's just, this is because it's Ric fucking Flair.
I want like, it's really weird to see. What was I just eat?
Fucking onion.
Oh my god! I was like, what am I just eating things?
You just pick something up.
I was wondering. I was like, where are we going with this? All right.
It's weird. You don't want to like. You don't want to meet your heroes sometimes. And I say heroes. A lot of the guys I meet that I'm a fan of, I'm young. I'm older than.
Yeah.
But I watch them. I always say wrestling at its best is as good as fucking any football game in 2 minutes. It's so fucking
it's
at
amazing.
its best.
Yeah. When it's done right.
Yeah.
When it's done right, I'll put it up against anything.
Yeah.
It can make
shit. We fucked up.
Uh-oh. What
We just caught this on fire.
Oh shit.
Okay, guys, they're well
Let's
done.
go.
Something was actually burning.
Something was
So
burning.
eat it from the outside in.
Okay. For once, something was burning.
Wow, they're crisp.
Yes.
All right.
I think they're supposed to be meant to be done this way.
So well done.
Yeah, a little well done.
Al dente.
Al dente, yeah.
Fine. I'll still eat it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Brad.
Which one's got the jalapenos?
Oh, look at this bad boy.
I totally forgot about it
Yeah.
even fucking being in there.
Yeah.
Just flip them over.
Yeah. Be soft on the other side.
Here, put
Look
it
at
on.
look at that presentation.
wow.
Perfect.
Just shoot around. Shoot around.
Look at that. A little burnt. That's
Look at
okay.
that nice 45-degree cut as well with precision.
Oh, wow. That's the one you want right there.
That was nice.
That looks fucking nice. All right, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That term used loosely. Is that the saying? Are we cheersing them?
Yeah.
God damn it, Brad. That looks
Yeah.
so much bigger in your hand than in his hand. Look at that.
We're the same species.
That's what I said. These things are humbling at times.
Holy shit.
Well done, sir. No, the burn is actually helping on the outside.
Yeah. God dang.
That's freaking good, dude.
That's awesome. You can tell it's good because we're quiet.
I'm definitely gonna have to do this at home. This is great.
Yeah, right? And you can do it with chicken.
Yeah.
And just
I
jazz
like
it up.
jalapenos on it too.
I do too.
Oh, man. Great job, dude.
Oh, my meat's falling out the backside.
That's what she said. I think that's called prolapsing.
Hell yeah.
Holy crap, this is good.
Damn good tzatziki.
You know, yeah. You gotta trust the internet sometimes.
I try not to, but
That's really crazy. It does mimic the, just like it. And I love that. I love that on a salad.
well, my thing was like they used to do. It was like an arts fairy thing in downtown Charlotte when I was a kid, and that was the only time. It was once a year that I could get a gyro because I had the street meat, the vendors and stuff set up. Well,
Didn't you
then-
grow up around there?
Small world.
That's my motto.
I lobbed that one up for you.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I'll snipe some in every now and then.
I'm trying to think of how to lob you up for a good one.
Nah, just let it happen naturally, man.
Okay.
Like literally lob him up for a good one.
Thing is like he starts going and I go, what could I do? I couldn't stop it. If this guy's like, let's go dwarf tossing in the backyard, it's like, well, I guess we're doing that.
You ever think how far you could throw, Brad?
Not till now.
Dude,
awesome.
guys, this has been an amazing episode.
Awesome.
Been
Thank
fun,
you
man.
so much
No,
for doing
thank you.
this.
Yeah.
Do you remember
thanks
where
for
we
having
first met?
At the casino
In Vegas.
dude. The funny story about this because I'm real like grumpy sometimes, especially if I'm drinking all day and it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
I can't say I'm grumpy. I can't say I'm one of the 7.
And I'm like walking, I hear, hey, big man. I like head down. I'm like, fuck this. I just want to go. And then I feel a hand on my back and I'm like, who the fuck is touching me? And I turn around, I'm like,
Albert.
And we have this like mark out moment with each other. And I'm like, the Spider-Man meme. And I was like, fucking all right, this is great. I'm glad I didn't just run.
I'm so glad this all came together. And Brad, thank you.
Yeah.
You're the fucking best. What's the name of your tour?
It's the Tall Tales Tour, BradWilliamsComedy.com. I'm touring. It's a world tour. We're going to Europe. We're going to Switzerland, Sweden, Norway. We're doing all that. So just go to BradWilliamsComedy.com. Get your tickets.
I can't wait. And your show.
Everything on the menu on USA Network.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. And hey, where can we get the tequila?
Get the tequila.
Kentaliza.com. Check it out. We are available in brick and mortar in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, and New Jersey, with Wisconsin and Nevada coming hopefully early 2026. Get it online. Drink it. If you don't like it, you can get these hands.
You don't want those
That's
hands.
a promo.
You don't want those hands.
Porosis is somewhere.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Cheers. In the Pizza Hut cups.
Cheers.
Right. Just like a walk down nostalgia like, fuck Kale.
Something's burning.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.